So yesterday I posted a video of my first experience on the play test of the brand new skate game, which unfortunately got hit with a copyright strike. I'm not gonna lie, Berleezy, I feel you on that.
Copyright strikes, I really don't like copyright strikes.
It's my best performing video in about 3 years, bro. Am I a little disappointed that it happened? Yes, but I'm not super crazy upset because I'm fully aware that this was one of the potential outcomes. Now, what I want to do with this video, share like my thoughts and opinions about the game from a non-sponsored or unbiased viewpoint, because at the end of the day, nigga, they took my video down. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not like they're paying me to say anything or I'm obligated to say anything. I've been playing the skate games since the very first one came out. I remember when the demo came out, I was at my grandma's house sitting on the couch, and ever since then I've been a very big fan of the skate series. Yeah, I played some of the Tony Hawk games, but it was never really my cup of tea. I just didn't really like the controls. What I really loved about the skate series was the fact that it really felt like I was skateboarding. Like, pretty much all the movements that you had to do some of the tricks were almost one-to-one to the same way that you would move your board and your feet in real life to accomplish these tricks. It led to me and my uncle and my cousins having so many spot battles, trying to one-up each other all the time, and just creating like the cleanest like skate character that we could possibly come up with, just making so many different characters, so many different personas. I really enjoyed the skate series growing up. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the new skate game. You get what I'm saying? I'm very aware of like the concerns and criticisms out there on the current skate game that has yet to be released but is soon coming out. Now, while some of these concerns I feel like are very valid and understandable, on the other hand, I feel like you have some people are just missing a bigger picture and just hating just to hate. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, okay, I'm very fond of the OG art style for skate, right? And I'm not particularly a fan of the new one. However, that doesn't make or break the game for me. Like, yeah, it sucks, but it's not making me not want to play the game, if that makes sense. And I think what some people are failing to realize, like, if you actually sit down and play the playtest or whatever the case may be, like, you will literally have so much fun. And I think that's what people are failing to realize. I think that's what the meat and potatoes of a brand new game should be. Is it fun? I don't really give a fuck about how good the game looks. Graphics should not determine how good a game is, because you can have a game that looks great, looks amazing, and plays like shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'd rather a game that doesn't really look the best but plays significantly better. You understand what I'm saying? Now, but I'll use WWE 2K14 on a PS3. We'll use that versus WWE 2K15 on a PS4. Now, WWE 2K14 on a PS3 is so fun to play. The weapon physics are amazing. So many match types, so many game modes and features and customization options, right? We were all used to that. Soon as WWE 2K15 comes out and it's pushed to be this bigger and better, greatest WWE game ever made, and honestly, we saw the game for the first time. It was breathtaking. It looked fucking amazing. We finally get to play the game. The gameplay is mad sluggish. They removed features that have been in the game since the PS2 era out of the game, which is a major step back. Like, there's no reason why I wouldn't be able to like create a finisher or create a championship or whatever the case may be. It just makes no sense. You remove all types of match types. There's only like 5 or 6 match types, whereas WWE 2K14 had well over 13 match types. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I say this to say, a piece of shit is a piece of shit, regardless if it looks good or not. And this new skate game, honestly, is so fun. And I think that was one of the core features of the skate series. And I really do think they hit the nail right on the head with this one. And like I said, yes, I'm very fond of the old art design, and I do prefer that. However, this game, the way it plays, the way it feels is fucking amazing, bro. Excuse my language. It's very fun, and I can find myself getting lost in it upon hours and hours and hours, and I feel like that's been missing from a lot of games nowadays. With that being said, I do have some qualms with this game. Now, first things first, I understand the fear of microtransactions and whatnot. So far from the playtest, it doesn't seem that bad. It's not something that's being forced down your throat. It's not like, oh, you gotta upgrade your skater or else you're not gonna be able to do this, but then they're not giving you enough currency to do XYZ. It's none of that. It's purely customization. There's two types of currencies. One you get frequently from just skating around and doing missions and this, that, and the third, as well as a bunch of new clothes and whatnot. The other one you choose to buy, and if you don't want to buy it, you don't have to buy it. Like, at the end of the day, okay, name brand stuff, this, that, and the third, right? I feel like that's a big part of skate culture, to be able to use the skate brands or whatnot. So that's something that I can understand. However, a lot of people might be complaining because they're like, oh my god, I want that Dior shirt. Nigga, it's a shirt, bro. I hope the microtransactions stay the way that they are, because at the end of the day, it's a free-to-play game. They gotta make some sort of money to be able to keep the game afloat. And I think this game can be really great if done right. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it can be really great if done right. Now, there are some tricks missing from this game that have been in the previous games, and I'm hoping that when the game rolls out or when the game comes out, even after it's already out, like, they add new tricks, new locations, just over time as the game comes out. Because I was trying to do a dark slide or like dark flip, dark catches. I couldn't do any of that. Like, that wasn't in the game. However, they did add some things to the game. For example, the fact that you can late flip pretty much any trick after you've already taken off, and you can do it like an endless amount of time, so long as you have the enough airtime and enough space to be able to do so. I like the fact that you can bail out of anything. You understand what I'm saying? However, it's not like the same as like Hall of Me challenges or whatever the case may be. And I might make a wish list video. I might not. I don't know, depending on how this video gets received. But they need to bring back Hall of Me. Honestly, I think they should bring back Hall of Me bruising to the character, because we used to have that. Like, this is a game I think you're gonna be bailing a lot, you know what I'm saying, just mutilating your body a lot. They gotta add some sort of bruising or bleeding back to the game, because right now that's lacking. Also, I do really want it. One of my big things, like I said, it doesn't really make or break the game for me, but I guess it just adds to like the quality of life and the overall enjoyment of the game for me. While the new like skate AI that they have commentating every now and then, I could see it could be cool in theory, but I do miss like the old commentary, the commentators banter. Like, they used to say the most off the wall and funniest of things, bro. Honestly, bro. The new feature that they have where you can do like impromptu like battles against your friends and whatnot, that's really great. However, I think you should be able to do that and then select the type of a battle or the type of match that y'all want to have, whether it's a game of skate, whether it's an impromptu death race. But like, speaking of, there's no death races in that game so far, at least, so I hope they add those in. Whether it's one up, like, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like they have a really great idea here, and as long as they expand upon it, it can only get better. Hopefully they do that. Aside from that, another thing that I really don't necessarily like about the game is the fact that there seems to be no offline mode. Like, the game is online 24/7, and one of the biggest fears that I have about that is, okay, let's say they decide to shut the servers down, right? Then what? How can we continue to play the game, right, if they shut the servers down or whatever the case may be? We won't be able to play it unless they add an offline mode or a solo mode. I feel like that would also be beneficial for, you know, some of the bigger content creators that like are just trying to play the game, but they might get recognized while on the game. People tend to like spam people with messages, notifications, all that, and it might mess them up. People might not want to deal with that. They might just want to be able to, hey, let me hop on, turn my brain off, unwind, and just skate. You feel what I'm saying? So these are all valid concerns that I understand. Another thing that some people have been complaining about is that they feel like the map is dead. It's not very full, this, that, and the third. And I feel like a large part of that is due to them watching like some of these like other content creators and other YouTubers out here. And honestly, what they fail to realize is that these people have been given like closed off iterations of the game. They're on a completely different build of the game, and it's closed. There's no online on the one that they're playing. It's just them. So that's partly why it looks empty. However, when you play the playtest, I've been playing it, it's packed to the brim with other players, and I think they were using it as a stress test to see how it would perform online. But so it feels very lively once you get into it, once you actually play it. And I know, like, due to like the other skate games, you know how there would be collision with like other skaters, this, that, and the third, like the NPCs and whatnot. There's no collision with online players in this so far, as far as I've seen. So it's not like, oh, I gotta wait my turn to hit a rail or whatever the case may be. Like, no, you can just hop on, play the game, do whatever you want. You feel what I'm saying? Just have fun, honestly, bro. Another great aspect of the new skate game is just a traversal system. Like, obviously it's a skateboarding game, right? But I think one of my biggest problems that I had with the original skate game, which was then improved upon in skate 2, was the fact that you couldn't get off your board. And the new one, not only can you get off your board, they implemented a parkour system which makes it easier to get to spots that you might have never been able to get to. Remember, before you would have to place a ramp down, try to run up the ramp, this, that, and the third. You don't have to do that anymore. You literally can climb and scale pretty much anything, any structures, to like climb to the top of it, and then that can lead to making some fucking amazing spots in parks, honestly. Like, I climbed to the tippy top of a fucking skyscraper, and then I dropped in on it, right, skated down the building, gapped into the skyscraper across, and literally connecting them was like a fucking humongous ass half pipe the size of a goddamn roller coaster track. Like, it's so fun. Damn, my cat trying to get out the room or whatnot. By no means at all is the new skate game perfect. However, I feel like it's really great and has the potential to become amazing in the long run if done right. Currently, there are some concerns and reasonable qualms with the game. However, I don't want it to seem like, oh, this game is shit because they took a different artistic route. And that's what most people's concerns and complaints seem to be. If you like this video and you want to see more skate content, you know what I'm saying, just let me know down below. I'm really not a skate YouTuber. However, I grew up playing the skate games and it's one of my favorite series. So just let me know, and I'll see you out in the next video. Peace.